Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Tootin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff.
At the 17.
He stopped at the 17. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Hokey, 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 high tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. He looks that one in nicely.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get it.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down. They've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. On fourth down, going to the air. Feeling some heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Finds his tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They move the tight end all over. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's throws. Fires left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. Dances away. He'll pull it down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to move it through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to pass. It's Green. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hobbs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now setting up shop in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Getting some heat. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Throwing right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Incomplete.
Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's going to fire deep. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Dances away from the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. From the gut, the running back looking for room. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. The Hokies moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Wide open downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 25. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this strong. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Coming after him. Pulls it in. It's hot. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Snagged in the middle. It's Armstrong. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up the first down like they did right there.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. He'll take a shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Groves. Quarterback extends the play. He finds his man. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's looking to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And that'll do it here in the 2nd quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman of being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offensive line's got to got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Lane. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to...
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
With the catch, it's Lane. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This is a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Holds it in. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll ride the hot hand. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Hokies will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Drones. Starting to feel a little pressure. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. In zone coverage, you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. On the return, it's Tootin.
Return is brought down at the 39, and your Virginia Tech Hokies will take over 1st and 10.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry up. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Drones. Quarterback adapted. Unloads to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
This should be the last play of the quarter. On 4th down, looking to pass. They're trying to get to it. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Virginia Tech 16, Arkansas 10.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown in the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Hokies racing to the line in the hurry up. On the run, it's Tootin. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll run it out of the shotgun. On the move in the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. He got it.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, guys, I don't think that jet sweep ever had a chance down here on the goal line. There were just way too many bodies on defense at the end of the line of scrimmage.
They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, they've taken the lead, and now the stage is set for the end of this one. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Grab near the marker, it's Sategna. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Green. Buys a little extra time. He makes the connection. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Now on second down after the incompletion. To the ground with the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Pulls it in. It's Armstrong. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
And he really wanted that first down, but you've got to understand, it's fourth down now. Got to get the first down, less than 60 seconds, so got to be fast and get the first down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it... Get another look at this hooky offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I'll watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They'll run the screen. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw. It's Drones. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it.